So joining us talking about a Harmony Korine film today is Cher, her 2002 concert shirt, which is kind of awesome. Don't judge me. And we're going to be talking about the most dangerous man in America. Again, Harmony Korine. I have this sort of excitement every single month because I know that I'm going to be watching a Harmony Korine film. We started off with Beach Bum, then Spring Breakers, then Trash Humpers. Well, this month we're going to do his probably most popular film, and that's going to be Gummo. Now, the interesting thing about Gummo is, especially whenever I was starting to get into cinema, Gummo was sort of one of those films, kind of like, not necessarily a video nasty, but kind of like Solo or Cannibal Holocaust or films like that, which it's nowhere near as bad as those films in terms of the graphic nature, I guess you could say. But it was just a film that you would not go to like Walmart or anywhere else, or Hastings. If you had a Hastings, you might be able to find it at Hastings, but it was just a film that you would kind of have to look for. And now it is made widely accessible through the Criterion Collection, and I ended up watching it in 4K, which I got to see Gummo in 4K before I did No Country for Old Men, There Will Be Blood, Barry Lyndon, Eyes Wide Shut, Melancholia. This is great. This is awesome. And I've noticed one thing about Gummo is a lot of the times people there's either the ride or dies, or there's just people that do not like the film. And this is going to be a cliche because I guess you could say I'm right down the middle. But before we get into this video, if you guys want to check out my feature film Pesadilla, it's officially available on Amazon. We got distribution, and it'll be coming out on Blu-ray in December. So if you guys want to check it out, it would mean the world to me. You can also check out my filmography. You can check out the link tree down below. I'm always looking to meet new filmmakers. Again, just means so much if you hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you guys for viewing. But Gummo. Harmony Korine is a very interesting creature because I've noticed that there's been three significant arcs in Harmony Korine's career. You have his experimental part of his career, then you have his more accessible part of his career, and then now you have his really just crazy, bombastic, what are you doing career. And that's why I like Harmony Korine, because he does not make the same film twice. I guess you could sort of argue that Spring Breakers and Beach Bum, there's definitely parallels there. There's no way around it. And I think Beach Bum is a literal masterpiece. Beach Bum is phenomenal. I love Beach Bum. Like, it's one of my favorite films ever. When I first watched it, I did not expect anything out of that film. And then whenever I watched it, I was like, oh. So revisiting Gummo, I was just wondering, hey, will I have a certain appreciation for this film? And I think the interesting thing about Gummo is if you don't know what Gummo is about, it essentially follows different people in this small town in Ohio after a tornado came through and wreaked havoc. And there's some very vile stuff that happens. Harmony Korine is definitely not scared to have people say certain things. There's a lot of derogatory statements made, and it's definitely a film of its time. And what I mean by that is you're not really going to see a director make a film like this, not only because society and a bunch of things have changed, but also a lot of people wouldn't risk it. So for me, I don't really care too much for the sporadic nature of the film, but I do like how raw and real it is, which it kind of contradicts itself, because I feel like if you like one, you kind of have to appreciate the other, which is kind of where I'm at, is I sort of just more so appreciate the film for what it is and what Harmony Korine was trying to get at. But there's a lot of, like I said, hard imagery for it. Like, I mean, for me, the thing about the film that I sort of struggle with is its spontaneous nature, because there'll be one scene that I watch, and I'll watch it, and I'll kind of be on board with it. I'll be like, okay, this is interesting. I'm here for it. I like these characters. I like the situation that these characters are in. And then we cut to the next one, and I'm just like, I'm not for it. I don't really like what's going on. And that's sort of how I was with Trash Humpers, where there were some genuine moments in Trash Humpers that I was very much so invested in. And then, because, I mean, let's face it, a lot of Harmony Korine's films are just a lot of vignettes stitched together. That's what it sort of seems like. Although I can't speak for Mr. Lonely or Julian Donkey Boy or Argo Drift or Baby Invasion, which we'll get to those. But his films are really a lot of just vignettes, and I don't mean to make this comparison, but I mean, there's a lot of directors that sort of take that approach where a lot of scenes, each scene is almost like it's mini story kinda, and Kubrick was very big on that, especially with 2001: A Space Odyssey, Clockwork Orange, The Shining. even Eyes Wide Shut, I think, was really big on that. It was just a lot of different little vignettes stitched together, you know. That's sort of what I've noticed a lot of Harmony Korine films are. Not trying to make the comparison with, you know, directors like Kubrick or anybody else, but just I think Harmony Korine very much so does that in a very big capacity, where it's almost kind of self-aware of what it is. So I've enjoyed my time with Harmony Korine. He's very experimental. He's off the wall. I'm very excited to watch Julian Donkey Boy, because I think that's the third famous Dog Me film, because I've seen The Celebration, I've seen Idiots. So I think the next film I'm going to watch is Julian Donkey Boy, and I'm very excited about it. Also kind of scared. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up and maybe subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.